The front, hope ya got yourself a gun. You ain't real, hope ya got yourself a gun.
Woo. Yeah, I guess that's how we gonna start off the episode.
I'm on my Alex Jones right now.
You're in your Alex Jones right now.
Bringing me a cup of apple juice.
Yeah, a little cup of apple juice.
You know, some studio prop shit.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I don't even know what that was. I thought that was a bottle of water, actually.
It was, one of those fancy waters you can get from friends, you know.
Oh, I thought it was just a nice little Fiji water.
Whatever too.
Yeah, exactly. How are you doing this week? How are you guys doing this week? Welcome to another week of the Basement Show. We're gonna change up. We're gonna start dropping on every Friday. So today's Thursday, and we normally record on Wednesdays, but I couldn't record yesterday. So on and so forth. But so you'll be getting an episode tonight, and then you'll be seeing this episode. I guess tomorrow, technically, and I think this episode we should talk about gun ownership.
Gun ownership, okay.
Yeah. That's why we rolled in the episode with a little got yourself a gun. I think I'm gonna get myself a gun.
Okay. Let me see. Let me start with what kind of gun would you get? Let's start there.
I was talking to my father. I was telling him I want to get a Kimber 911. It's like a nice Colt. It's like a nice 45 gun. 45 rounds. 10, 9 in the clip, 1 in the chamber, so 10 overall. They do historically have. I guess the Kimber build is really good, so I guess the jamming part is not that bad. But historically, the 1911 has that. But
what's the price range on that joint like that?
About 700.
700. Okay. What should pops think about that?
As far as he was recommending,
as far as choice, let's stay there.
He was recommending another gun, like
Which
a 380.
Is that a revolver?
No, it's a automatic.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's a 9mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, my family believes in gun ownership. I believe in gun ownership. We believe.
Hold on. Wait. Let's stay. Hold on 1 second. We'll get there. Get there.
Yeah.
Let's stay on to what kind of guns you like, because if to the gun infatuous out there, the gun jerk offs, that like to look at their gun and just take a look at their gun and just rub one off. But anyway, they might want to hear like what kind of gun.
I guess. I guess I'm not really worshiping in it. I was just, for maybe times to come. You never know. I mean, you got to think statistically over since the whole COVID thing.
You would spend $700 on a gun?
Yeah.
And that just comes as it, no extra whistle, nothing.
Yeah, it'd be a nice looking pistol, a nice sight on it, a nice build.
Now, how do you imagine yourself handling this weapon? Are you the type that walk to the gas station in the pocket? Do you leave it in the car?
I would just leave it just really in the house. Really, I wouldn't be walking around.
You don't leave the house with it? Oh, it's used to protect the home.
Yeah, primarily.
Okay.
I mean, it's not really.
Okay.
Yeah,
you don't really leave the house with it.
Yeah, I'm not really someone that's going to be jerking off over their gun. I've always liked guns. Okay. I've always wanted to just have a gun just to take it to the gun range, really, to shoot.
Now, so what is the real reason why, what's triggered you with this gun shit? Because it ain't just to go to the gun range.
Honestly, I don't know. Just seeing what's been happening, what shit that's been going on, I don't know. You never know. Not even what's been going on. Honestly, it's just been a point in my life where I was like, I just want to get a gun. It's not really, I don't know. And then just in case, maybe some 3%er or some Antifa dude busts in my, place where I live. Oh, that's a militia group person, a white supremacist with a militia group that's spread across the country.
They're called the 3%ers?
Yeah, they're very violent and put together, I guess, militia group spread throughout the country. I think mainly in Michigan. It's a whole nother worm right there. But just in case, some person busts in my crib screaming, some white skinny person busts in the crib screaming Black Lives Matter with their fucking black on, I can just blow their fucking head off.
Yeah, that would be convenient.
Exactly. I mean, but hopefully it hasn't come to that. I'd rather just take it to the gun range and shoot it and have it stored safely.
Is that what it's coming to? Are we about to enter some kind of like civil war or something like that?
I don't think so. I was watching this other thing the other day where P. Diddy was talking about if Trump wins, there will be a civil war and shit like that.
I'm not fighting in no civil war.
Yeah, these people?
I'm not.
A lot of these white supremacists and like these rich, like motherfuckers like P. Diddy and shit like that saying there's gonna be a some kind of race war. Like, I don't intend on going out and attacking any white people or Hispanic people or Asians.
I'm just too old to. If you're a young buck out there,
what's the whole purpose?
21 or
so
younger.
What if you're just walking down the street and some white dude just comes on, or some dude, or like a group of them come up with some bats and start beating the shit out of you?
I don't walk down the street anyway.
You walk into your car,
but
the guy's like, "Oh, nigger, dude, boom, boom, get up."
I don't believe that would happen.
I don't think that would happen, honestly. See,
yeah,
a lot of people.
Another thing,
this is what a lot of people
are scared of black men too. Like,
yeah, I mean that's why
sometimes they be on it, but like,
yeah, that's why I would say a group of them, not one.
Yeah, I guess so. If I hear on the news that starts to happen, then I'm gonna go to Lil June or Lil Ray and them, and I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, because it's funny because white people are not coming to the hood to do no shit. They're not that crazy. You gotta think, and then it's just I don't know. I remember my father was talking to me about some shit. He was just saying like white people are like only really bold if it's like 10-1 type shit like that.
Yeah, they gotta really be.
Yeah, that's something that I noticed.
Up on some group
and
shit.
then a lot of times if you just knock out a couple of them, they'll just like get scared and shit like that.
Like if you ever notice like on some road rage shit, if a motherfucker that be telling your ass or something, like with me, I like to stare down people sometimes. Yeah. Like if it's like a little white dude or something, they'll look the other way or something, not towards you or some shit. Once they realize it's like a black dude with dreads.
Dude, honestly, I had this happen to me a couple like months ago or like a month, 2 months ago. So I was like driving down the fucking street. Just normally, I'm just listening to my music, like I'm in my own little world. I'm just thinking about something.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And then like this person is like behind me.
All you just see in your rear view, your peripherals.
Yeah, and then like
your peripherals just go off all of a sudden, and
they're like and then like you literally get over. I'm just like I'm not gonna speed up. If anything, I kind of slowed down. Type shit like that, and I really wasn't paying attention. And then like the crazy thing is, we got to the stoplight. I was like, let's play my music. And like he was laying on the horn the whole time, like the whole thing. And I kind of took out slow after that. Yeah, it was great. It was great. I mean, honestly, and then it's a great time. That's a great thing because we were talking about getting a gun. I'm glad I didn't have a gun. That's why I wouldn't leave the house with a gun because in a situation like that, you never know who you're beeping at. I don't want to sound like it. I'm not gonna.
What? Murder was the case that they gave you?
I don't know. Just
blow a guy's head clean off his shoulders.
Yeah, you gotta think. You
gotta
be safe in this world. Good thing I'm not a crazy person, but like someone, say if they were beeping at the wrong person, they would follow them home and blow their fucking head off or wherever they're going. Like it'd be so easy, and there would be no like correlation between the person, especially like. The way I interacted with the person.
So you think if a guy had road rage like that and honked at someone and the guy he honked at really didn't mind it and he just followed him home and then when he got home he just blew his brains out. That's a crazy.
Yeah, or did other things, yes.
What's other things? What the fuck is other things? Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay.
It's Halloween, guys.
Yeah, you also Halloween.
A lot of scary movies have been watched.
Torture a nigga, wrap him up and shit.
Yeah, I've just been watching a lot of horror movies this month.
Other things.
This gets me into
Whoa.
But that's why I don't interact with crazily with people. I always treat people with respect.
Yeah.
Because if you treat people with respect, you tend. And if the person doesn't give you respect, you know what kind of person that is. If you giving them respect, and they don't reciprocate the thing, you know what I mean. But not too much, you know what I mean. Don't bend over and be a pushover. But yeah. More of the story is don't honk at people. People are crazy. You never know what this person has. And then you never know what that person has. Maybe that person had a gun and he was feeling froggy. But chances are no. So be safe out there, guys.
Yeah. Or,
yeah, and you know what's crazy is we're recording this on Thursday. The presidential election is on Tuesday. How do you feel about that?
So we got our top 3 boys.
Who are your horsemen or horses or whatever you want to call
horses
them?
In the race.
Yeah.
You got Senator Kanye West.
He's not a senator.
Senator Joe Biden.
He's vice president, ex-senator.
And President Donald Trump.
Yeah, but Kanye wasn't a senator. Let's get that correct.
So we got the top 3 boys, and
how is Kanye? He's not even polling even 1%. He's gonna get embarrassed. He's running it. He's only in 12 states, 17 states, and he's asking people to write him in. He's fucked. He's
a guy can only try his best.
He's gonna get 0.5%, maybe 0.3% of the vote, if that, maybe 0.1, and he'll be embarrassed. It's just a bad loss for him. But whatever, he will appear on the list, I guess, below the Green Party candidates and all that shit like that. But, good for him. Let's talk about the big dogs. We're talking about Sleepy Joe, and we're talking about Crazy Trump, or whatever you want to call him. What do they call him? Tan boy, spray tan, goofy hair.
The proud man.
Proud boys. You're not a proud boy?
He's the proud man.
Proud man, yeah. Mm-hmm. He is, for the lack of a better term, the daddy of a lot of these boys.
Yeah. Yes, I like that.
He's the daddy.
Yeah.
What daddy says, daddy goes. They are the abused children of.
So we got Joe, we got Trump in the election. I don't know what's going on anymore. At this point, I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know if I care anymore.
Amy Coney Barrett got in.
What's that mean?
I was paying attention to it, but at the end of the day, it was just I have too much shit going on, like a lot of American people, and it sucks that Amy Coney Barrett got pushed through. The Republicans have the Senate. The Democrats don't have a spine, so she got shoved through. Now they got I think they definitely have a majority of conservatives and crazy lunatics on the Supreme Court. So it should be interesting the next 15 to 20 years for us. So the moral of the story is try to make a lot of money, guys.
I mean, things have always been interesting in that kind of way. I mean, it's how the game goes,
Yeah.
You know how I feel about it, man. It's just,
I don't know how you feel about it. What you tell them?
It's just a game that has to be played.
Yeah.
That's all, man. That's all it is.
In one way or another.
Yep. So who we're doing this week by week. Who do you feel this week is gonna take it?
Well, I mean, this is not really a week by week thing. It's more 4 or 5 days away from now. So
no, I'm saying our week by week.
Yeah, I guess we've been following this for a long time. We've been shooting this podcast for a while, but we've only been putting out the recent episodes. If someone put a gun to my head right now and say, pick who's gonna win, I'd say Grandpa Joe.
Yeah.
That's what I put my money on, and they're gonna rein in the new regime of the neoliberals with Kamala Harris. I predict some kind of sickness or 25th Amendment that come in for Sleepy Joe, and Kamala Harris takes over, and I don't know who the hell the VP would be after that, but yeah.
I don't think they'll really let Kamala Harris be the president.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they would.
I don't think so.
They wanted her to be the president right away, but then she just sucked so bad in the Democratic debates.
She was bad.
Yeah, she shitted on Joe in one of the debates. She showed up pretty good. Like, oh, people were like, oh, we're fucking with her. And then she just kind of switched up her rhetoric because she wanted to be more establishment, and people were like, yeah, she's bullshitter. And then a lot of her popularity went away.
Mm.
Yeah, this is but then, the establishment got what they wanted at the end. They all, came up and dropped out and stacked up against Bernie Sanders and got clobbered, and now we got Sleepy Joe and Kamala, and Kamala's won. I don't wish ill upon the man, but he's an old man and he's not firing on all cylinders. So at the very least, the 25th Amendment.
I think Joe's gonna be fine, man. I think he'll be fine.
You think he'll be fine?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He's gonna do all the stuff he's saying. He's lying about almost everything he's saying, but they're gonna do what they need to do, and they're gonna do what they gotta do.
Mm.
Weed is not gonna be legal, probably. Hooray! That's all I'm expecting from the president at this point. I really don't care much more besides can you get the weed legal here? After that,
Sleepy Joe's not legalizing the weed.
I don't really
Kamala's
care.
not legalizing the weed.
They're crooks besides that. I don't care.
Yeah,
If they can't legalize the weed, then what are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
That's a foregone conclusion.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure they're funded by the prison industrial complex in some way or another. So, in a way, it is a loss for them, and in a way, it is a win for them. And you know what, right now?
No, it's always a win for them.
Right now?
I'm gonna have to...
No. I'm just going to have to take a little bite of a little Swedish fish.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. This little Swedish fish from one of my favorite delis. Sorry for the crumbling guys. Yeah. But, this is a great Swedish... You want a Swedish fish?
No, I don't.
These are from Larry's Market, one of my favorite delis. They got best sandwiches, great soups, great little treats. They got this.
This is Wisconsin, so it's probably is it a hunky deli? It's probably a really nice racist deli. That just has really good stuff in it. But that's just the family probably always been racist. You going in there, he's in the black neighborhood because he used to be white, but now it's black. And he's pissed about that anyway. So,
It's in a white neighborhood.
It is? Mm. Okay, well, that's good too.
It's a nice, swanky place.
Nice.
Yeah. A lot of good cheeses. That's how you know white people are going there. A lot of different, they had some pink cheese there today. And I was wondering, what the fuck is pink cheese? Yeah, but I was too determined on my path to eat other things.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. They had a whole bunch of kind of blue cheeses. I just kind of saw them by glance, but they got lobster, pot pie, turkey pot. Not turkey, but duck pot pie, chicken pot pie. They got a lot of different pot pies. They got the best kind of cake.
Yeah.
Apple cake.
Uh-huh.
Apple washing cake.
Okay. Alright. Some chop shit. But,
yeah. Swedish fish are going away, but
what can you do?
What can you do, man? Sometimes you gotta put up the Swedish fish. I haven't had Swedish fish in almost a year.
Yeah. It's important.
You don't like Swedish fish?
Who doesn't love Swedish fish? That'll be the
Some motherfuckers don't like them. What else you got on your plate?
I thought you had a lot of shit on you.
I do have a lot of shit on my plate. I feel like we didn't really get into the gun shit.
What you got on your mind about guns?
How do you feel about guns? You got a gun? Would you
I
ever buy one?
mean, I would. I'm not. I don't have anything against a gun. I don't feel like most Americans need guns. Here's how I feel. I feel only criminals and people that interact in criminal activity outside of the law need guns. Regular citizens probably don't need a gun. Most likely,
So
you probably are not going to need to use it on another human.
So
Most
what if Yellowstone blows up?
If Yellowstone blows up,
There's been massive reports about little small multiple earthquakes have been happening in the
but you know, if we're gonna get down to, I'm one of the super conspiracy theorists that believe that the Avengers or AOC and those guys are HARP. They will fix it so Yellowstone won't blow up. I think they'll take care of us.
I don't think they can stop what happened to the planet. No, we don't have technology like that.
You don't think so?
Hell no. That's probably why there's been more alien sightings or this scene at least leading up before the fucking.
That's what I mean. The Avengers, the aliens, they'll come down here and be like, "Okay, we gotta fix Yellowstone real quick."
Nah, I think the aliens are probably time travelers, and they're just seeing what's happening to ancient Earth before the next cataclysm.
Could be.
Anything like that?
Time travelers?
Yeah.
Man.
I think so. I think it's definitely possible. Yeah, I think. Time travelers, right?
What?
We're morphing. We're evolving as humans, right? You're talking about putting a brain chip in your brain and shit like that. I feel like motherfuckers should be in space, and I know like the long-term effects for being in space, you lose a lot of muscle mass and shit like that, and your head becomes bigger. And then maybe over time, over multiple like breeding generations, you become a small like little alien creature, and you're living out in space. And
I really believe
that's what we look like in the future.
I think this is really something that's coming to my mind. Movies and media have really fucked us up of what we think is going on in the government and aliens. I don't think it's gonna play out like that for aliens.
Nah, the government's been slowly feeding us imagery through certain movies because they have been picking up. I mean, they said earlier this year that they have
craft from found on other worlds.
They're from other worlds. So I'm sure some of those have been craft. And I'm sure some of them is ancient craft that's crashed and it's been there for a long ass time, and some of it's probably been more recent and shit like that. That's why a lot of archaeological finds, sometimes when it's like contradicting history, have been covered up, and some shit's been stolen, motherfuckers been killed. Just to keep this kind of certain timeline. You never heard of the theory of ghost time?
Break it down. What we got here?
Whew. Ghost time. Well, ghost time. It's called phantom theory, and phantom time theory or some shit like that. Phantom time theory, and it's basically like this time within the Middle Ages between I can't remember off the top of my head. You get to look it up, type shit. But I'm gonna just give you a brief summary of it, essentially. But it's like this time period between maybe the 300s,
Merlin time,
300s through 600s type shit like that. 300 through 600 AD type shit. That was completely made up, and we're actually living in like the 17th century right now.
There's another phantom theory that they don't put on in those records. It was the dinosaurs, but we could continue to your story.
Phantom theory about what? Well, that's the brief summary of what phantom theory is.
Yeah, they made up the dinosaurs too.
Yeah, I kind of forgot what the whole point of what I was talking about anyway. I just kind of you talking about fucking dinosaurs throwing me off.
I forgot too. I mean, my bad.
Yeah. Well, what's this about dinosaurs? What don't you believe about dinosaurs?
What don't you believe about the Middle Ages?
I'm just saying. I'm saying it's perhaps.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying it's a theory.
Perhaps made up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But there's bones and
there's fucking hunkies that attest to that. All I'm saying is we're saying the same thing, and it's not that big of a difference. It's not that big of a deal.
one's more evidence and mine's more theory. Yours is actually kind of false because there's actually.
But somehow you got to the aliens to saying they're time travelers and saying the Phantom Theory. I don't know how you got. Maybe I don't know how you got to the Phantom Theory through the alien time travelers. Because I get they're time travelers, but what did they create the Phantom Theory or what?
Oh, I don't know how I got to that, but yeah, essentially, yeah, the government.
Essentially, right?
It's the government has time craft. I mean, has fucking craft from another time and another place. Another.
Okay.
Not another. Not maybe from another time,
right?
From the past and shit like that,
Sure.
and current crashes, and that it's just we're preparing us for the alien images. They've been preparing us through media, preparing us before they reveal it, or maybe they calm down and shit like, oh, I don't know, who fucking knows.
I do see there could be a day where there's aliens working at Walmart.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I can see that. Like on some Men in Black shit.
No.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
In disguise?
No, just like aliens, like alien citizens. Yeah, I can see that.
I don't see that at all. In the intergalactic.
Yeah, intergalactic world.
In the intergalactic world, first of all, I think humans are too dumb to be accepted into the intergalactic world. We got Kim Kardashian is probably the most famous person.
No, after they figure out how they market the LGBTQ and everything well, so it's all an inclusive world, they introduce aliens. And alien, this is after people can legally.
You don't think Yellowstone's gonna blow up?
Oh, we're not even gonna talk about the animals, but
the animals about what? What animals?
No, never mind. People and animals. That's not
people and animals.
Yellowstone. It's a big rock that's gonna blow up. It's gonna go.
I mean, it's a volcano. I think that will be the great equalizer.
That's my dream come true.
And that's kind of maybe why I want a gun.
Why?
I met a gun or a couple. So yeah, you say you don't want a gun. What if Yellowstone blows up?
Then I will go get a gun.
But then the gun stores would be.
But if I'm being honest, if Yellowstone blows up, I really still don't think I will need a gun. Still.
Why?
What do you need the gun for? I don't think it plays out like The Walking Dead to where like I have to shoot off people. If anything, like I would imagine this liberal, leftist, weird devil community would come together and they would make little huts and try to help each other out. Especially these barefoot motherfuckers over here.
No. In a month from now, after all that soy runs out. They're gonna turn into little savages and come eating your black ass because you're not one of the group.
Oh, that's so
They're like, I heard black meat's really good.
You think they'll turn into cannibals?
Yeah, real fast. Month in, after all that soy runs out, all the ramen, all that.
Some people like to prove their niceness and humanity, and they like to try to have a measuring contest with other people about it. So I believe there'll be a lot of groups going out their way to see how they can help people if something like Yellowstone happened.
The first couple of weeks, and the food runs out. And
I mean, the food would have run out till a couple weeks, couple months.
Couple weeks.
Like I wouldn't get a gun, but I am the type of nigga that would.
Stores will run out.
Walmart.
Stores will run out in a couple of days. They're running out of food.
I would take everything out the Walmart and the gas station. I mean everything.
When you wouldn't need a gun for that. Some mom's like, I need this for my baby. I need it for my baby, nigga. Give me this fucking food. I need this.
No, I'm taking her gun from her. Then I have a gun now.
Oh yeah, she blast your ass.
Nah, I doubt it. I could have it, but
I'll have a gun. He won't. You're not coming to my house. In my balcony. Walking Dead.
And I also believe like half of the people, like regular citizens, if you got a gun, if they really shot and killed someone,
Well, these people don't believe in guns, so they probably don't have guns down here.
they would be traumatized.
Dude, these people would be turning the cannibals so fast. They'd be with their little, they be having their little, making little spears. Ah! Creaking in your windows. Shh, Demir's in here, get his ass. I heard he lives here.
That's not what people are gonna do. People aren't violent like that.
Yeah, they are. They're starving to death.
No.
They ate their dog already. They already ate little chow chow.
When's the last time people had to starve to death? That was before slavery, literally.
So, Yellowstone Blues, alright. Have you heard of the Downer Party?
The Downer Party?
You ever heard of the Downer Party?
No, break it down. What we got here?
The Downer Party was a famous family, amongst other people, that took this trail through the Rocky Mountains, I think maybe in the 1800s, late 1800s. And essentially, the path that they took, they got sold a bill of no wrong, like terrible goods, because like they had big ass wagons, and it was really only navigable. You can only really navigate it if you were like on horseback. You were like really light, but they're carrying big ass wagons and shit like that, and they essentially got stuck on the mountains in Colorado during the winter. The winter came in, they lost all their fucking they basically had to set up camp for the winter essentially, and once they started running out of food, right? They ate their food, then they ran out of food. They started eating their fucking cows and shit like that. Then they started eating their shoes, and they started eating each other.
This is another one of those stories that are made up.
That's a real story. And then when they came back from the mountains, they were shunned because they were cannibals. They had eaten people that were dead and alive. Just like the same happened with the people that crashed in the mountains, in the Andes Mountains, right? It was a team. It was like a group of people that crashed.
These situations are nothing like what
plane.
we're talking
Hold on,
about.
listen to what we're talking. Look what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, people will eat motherfuckers when the food runs out. They crashed in the Andes Mountains. Motherfuckers started dying. They started eating the corpses and shit like that when the food ran out. Motherfuckers will eat people. Once their belly starts grumbling, they ate their dogs. They don't got nothing to eat. They ain't about to eat their fucking Nikes these days. They don't know that their shit's not made of leather like it was back in the day. So they're gonna be coming after motherfuckers like you and I.
That's that movie shit to think that people can eat people. That's
people will eat people.
That's movie shit,
dude. There's multiple cases of this happening in human civilization. I don't know what you think humans are. We are animals.
We're not animals.
We are animals. We're living in some state.
We're animals.
We're living in some state of fiction, really. I mean, you gotta think about it. We're living off of money that is
You think
fake.
you and your dog are the same thing?
No, not at all. Not at all. He's
your
my
dog
buddy.
is an animal, a beast of nature. You're a science product of the cosmos.
Yeah.
It's a very different
And I
thing.
know what we turn into when we break from this fiction that we're living in. We're living in fiction. Theoretically.
And another thing too, that's uniquely white people. Another thing too, we gotta break away how white men and other people act like that's just white people shit.
You don't think niggas eat niggas?
No, niggas is way more creative and innovative than that. Niggas
Have you
been
been
creative since before the beginning of time. You think we're gonna break down to eating niggas? Bro, we'll break down to making greens out of goddamn carpet rolls.
Have you ever heard of General Butt Naked?
Huh? What?
Have you heard of General Butt Naked?
What the hell are you talking about?
Have you heard of General Butt Naked? This is a real man.
This is another one of these stories.
This is a real man. This is his constant history lessons. You're learning when you're talking to me.
This story, not history.
You're learning from me. Listen. Have you heard of General Butt Naked?
No,
From
man.
Libya. Have you heard of the Libya civil wars in the 90s and early 2000s?
Okay, break it down.
General Butt Naked was a man that was a part of the one of the resistance groups in the civil war in Liberia, one of the few colonies of Africa that was owned by America once.
That was they enforce. I mean, this is a whole nother scenario that's completely different. But please continue.
Let me continue.
How they enforce war and poverty on the land.
Yes. This is a whole.
That's
thing.
Whole
colonization of Africa is a whole.
They don't even have the infrastructure to sustain Yellowstone.
Yes, we all know this.
Okay,
we're talking about General Butt Naked.
Okay, yeah, right.
Continuing my hypothesis of why humans will eat humans, no matter if they're black, white, or whatever. This is another example of human cannibalization. So, General Butt Naked, he would go into battles famously butt naked, and before battles he would conquer a village, right? He would take the young, he would find like little babies and shit like that, or a young child, and he would sacrifice them, cut their heart out, feed them. He would eat them, and he would feed them to other people. He would kill multiple people and shit like that, eat their hearts and shit like that, feed them, give it to his soldiers and shit like that, get them high on heroin and shit like that, and they would go on to battle butt naked. Famously, that's why his name was General Butt Naked. And this nigga was a killer, and now he's a preacher in Liberia. It's a real story. Look it up. Vice, Liberia.
That was a warlord, a psychopath.
That's example of a black person eating another black person. I just want to let you know.
That's not the same kind of black people I'm talking about. I mean, even the black or white, that's a psychopath, a war. Yeah, that's a psychopath.
That's rampant in Liberia.
And we're not talking about Liberia. We're not talking about what Liberia is this thing. What
you're saying? Black people couldn't eat black people. I was just proving your hypothesis wrong.
It's different kind of black people all over the world.
Aren't you African?
Yeah, but I have the privileges of picking saves and infrastructures like Walmart, and electricity and plumbing is different. The system is set up different
you got it in your blood.
No, but you're not understanding.
Once the big one blows, a month in, you ain't got a gun, you ain't got no whatever you got in your fridge.
That's movie shit.
You're going out and then you ain't got nothing to eat.
Once people run out of food, they're gonna die. That's the end of the story.
Some will.
No. That's just the end of the story.
Some will.
There's not
some will
zombie
choose.
land that happens.
Some will choose to die.
Once you run out of food, you die.
Some will choose to die.
You don't even have the energy.
Others will choose to eat the ones that chose to die.
Not realistic.
And eat the ones that are trying to survive.
Yeah, that's not realistic. You would eat a human?
I don't know. Maybe
you would.
Maybe if I was
from starvation.
Maybe if I was,
you got the courage to eat.
Maybe if I was pushed to that, I don't know what I would do if I was pushed to that limit.
I know I wouldn't eat a human. I know a lot of people wouldn't eat humans.
I know a lot of people wouldn't, and they would be the ones that choose to die. And those people.
And the people that did eat the humans, they would think they was doing something cute, tried to cook it, and then die from the new disease of where all the rest of the idiots died from eating humans. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, don't eat the brains, guys.
Right.
Don't eat the brains.
Right. The whole country died because people tried to eat humans.
Just don't eat the brains. Eat the meat, guys. Eat the thighs. Eat the biceps. The chest.
Right.
This is our Halloween episode.
Oh my god. Speaking of Halloween, trick or treat or not, what do you think? Is Halloween closed? Is it open?
Let them out.
Let them out? Let the freaks out?
Let the freaks out. Put the masks on them, put the gloves on them.
Yeah.
Spray down or wipe down the candy when they get back to the crib. Once
you saying kids should be able to trick or treat?
Yeah,
do it. Okay, do it. And what about parties for the younger adults and the kids they turn up? Let them party too?
Control groups.
Yeah, nice.
I was thinking about throwing a party, but I don't know. Maybe it will fall through.
Do it.
I think it's gonna fall through. So
spread the COVID.
Spread the COVID.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll have masks and gloves set aside and hand sanitizer. Nice.
Yep, you would have to have that, I guess.
I have arranged chips, and so people don't pick from a bowl.
Single bags.
Yeah.
Thought about some things.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Over friendly. Single water bottles.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Like going into half cards. Gotta think about the idea. Don't want to look like an idiot. But then again, I don't want to get too prepared and things fall through. We'll find out more tomorrow. I think, what? This will be dropping tomorrow. Holy shit. This is around time.
What, to promote it?
Well, episode's dropping tomorrow. We're just dropping on a new platform, like I say, and we're dropping it on every Friday instead of every Wednesday, just for context sake and like for things to be more recent, and
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Jack.
Yeah.
What else you got here, man?
I don't know. Mainly just thinking about what kind of gun I'm gonna get. Thinking about Yellowstone a lot. Thinking about the election, and also I've been thinking about taking your shot.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking life coach or some shit like that, but don't be afraid to fucking take a shot. I've been learning more so in business and shit like that, and just advancing yourself. Don't be fucking a pussy about it. If you feel a certain way, make that shit known, and people will be a lot more open and susceptible to it or receptive to it, because it's coming from some shit real. And don't be an asshole about it. Just let them know how you feel.
Like, what are you talking about here? What's triggering you to say this right here?
I'm just saying, certain life events that I've been experiencing within the last couple months of me just.
You feel like you haven't taken a shot, or you took your shot and it
I've been
out?
taking shots.
And it panned out for you?
Yeah.
Risk equals the reward.
Yeah, pretty much. Just don't be afraid. Don't overthink shit. Do that shit. How are you feeling about life right now?
Life is proving to be exactly what I was thinking it would be, a complete matrix of itself. All you can do is try to be creative inside of it. But, you just see these characters that remind you of other people, and it's kind of a weird thing that's going on. It's like people are like, it's like The Sims. It's like if you're playing like GTA, and you come across a character, and then you go across a city, and then you come across the same character, and it's kind of like,
I don't understand. You're speaking in code. See, this is an example of not being direct. I think you are triggered by something, and you're not just being direct with it.
I'm trying my best.
It seems coded, decrypted. I can't really understand it.
The problem is,
once you start from the top again, you're saying, "Oh yeah, won't you?"
Here's what the problem is.
What?
Neuralink. Chips in my brain.
No,
I don't have the bandwidth
no,
to communicate to you right now. What I'm trying to communicate.
No, you gotta do brain exercise.
Get the technology get together, and you got willing participants.
Okay, yeah, you be the first to put that shit in your head when you get that nice brain infection. You're like, oh, you're having seizures. Foaming from the mouth and shit like that. And maybe turn into a zombie. Or just die a painful, agonizing death. I choose to not put some shit in my brain and remain some sort of a human / cyborg. We all got our cell phones. We talked about this before. But I like that. I can accept that. I'm not putting a chip or brain or a thing in my head. We've already talked about this numerous times. But, this is a little fast one, I think, today. If you don't got nothing else off your chest, hopefully this has been an interesting little experiment we put together, I think. I'm glad we've been doing this shit. But there's a lot of shit to come up and to keep going. I mean, this is coming out tomorrow, and I guess Halloween's coming up on motherfucking Saturday. I hope all you guys stay safe. You know, wash your motherfucking hands. You gotta
I
live
wonder
your
when they
life.
gonna cancel Halloween.
You can't cancel Halloween. Fuck
Like,
it.
I mean, in the sense of like,
Stay safe.
no, you know, because it's like on some, never mind.
Halloween will never be canceled, and people will get offended by some costumes. If you get offended by costume, get a life. I feel like I don't know.
Like for it representing like spooky and the occults and witches and shit like
What? Spooky and the cult and the witches.
that. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of evilness.
Well, the origins of another history lesson. The history of Halloween comes from a pagan celebration by the Celts. They used to dress up like the dead and shit like that during this time, so they wouldn't be captured by the souls of the dead and taken to the underworld. That's where the costumes come from. Woo. How do you feel about that?
I feel like, man, I wonder what's worse, to be a nut in today's world or back then where you believe some nut shit like that.
I mean, motherfuckers, what do you mean? Motherfuckers believe in QAnon these days.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers
I
are just
guess
as dumb as now as they were as ever.
The
We have the
Matrix
most-
is always just
We have the most.
nutting niggas out. It's always been nuts, and it's always gonna be nuts. That's just how the world goes.
Yeah.
That's how nature goes, man.
All depends who wins the wars. That's who rules. Whoever wins the wars, they rules, and whoever wins, they write history. That's the rules of the game, and that's how it goes. And I wish you guys a nice, safe Halloween. I'm not gonna fucking patronize you. Peace out. And thank you for attending another episode of the Basement Show.
But if you do want to do something interesting this Halloween, and all the blacks, you want to, get up late Halloween and put your costumes on and ravish all the white neighborhoods and destroy their property and slash their tires and vandalize their homes. That'll be interesting.
You said what? Vandalizing black people, killed white people, and
No, you said kill. I was just saying a little Halloween fun. I was just saying a little vandalism.
That's what it sounded like to me, but
I was saying a little
this
fun.
guy, I mean, obviously I'm not condoning anything he says, so FBI, when you come knocking at the door, his name is Xavier.
Yeah.
My name is Xavier, but he's the one that's saying the crazy shit. Thank you for attending the Basement Show. Peace out. Stay black.